All right, man, here we go. Yeah.
One time. Hey, 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 hey. One step. Hey.
Two step. To the right. To the right. Wait, to the left. To the left. To the right. To the right. To the left. Hey. To the left. Hey. Fuck it up. Hey. Fuck it up. Hey.
Hey. Hey.
That's too much for y'all. That's too much.
Don't hurt them.
Yeah,
Watch
I ain't got no space for real, and I'm over here still going crazy. You know what I mean? Yo, we are back. Doesn't that sound good? Hold up one more time. Funk Flex, like dropping on them, bro. Come on. We outside, inside. We getting a little cold too, y'all. By the way.
I'm actually good.
You actually good? I ain't gonna lie, my feet is cold as shit. I ain't want to sound like no. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hold it down though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it gangster, man. I'm ready to. Anything is possible. I do need that heat back on or something, but it's too loud. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, we back with another one, man. Well, we back. We never left. We here. We never left y'all, but we've been working. You know what I'm saying? So, me here just recapping our lives, what's been going on, trying to get real personal with y'all, trying to bring y'all into our worlds, just to close the gap so y'all can get to understand us. You know what I mean? And share our life experience. Hopefully, you can get some insight on whatever's going on in your world, and you know. Just apply that information and knowledge that we going through. But yeah, it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be a crazy episode.
We'll ease into it.
Nah, abstract,
we gotta highlight the positives before we get into the negatives.
What positives we talking about?
So, I'm Chaz.
And I'm K.
You know what I'm saying? We obviously are culture content.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
heavy.
We've been rocking with this for some time.
4 joints.
We gotta highlight some of the positive things that you have accomplished. I'll say within the last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to start, you know, I can do a little bit for you, but you know, one thing I definitely like, and it's crazy. We spoke about this in the B Jones episode. Shouts out to B Jones.
Facts.
We spoke about. He was like, what is something you like about K and what is something you like about Chaz? And one thing I said was that your drive and your hustle.
So you brought it back. That was a good ass question.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that, you know, I always loved about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when we was youngins, you know what I'm saying? And you was selling DVDs, selling CDs,
Books.
You know what I'm saying? Books,
DVDs,
all of the above, you know what I'm saying?
Other things.
But that was the hustle mentality, and you had that from 20 years ago.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And now you taking that same mentality, you know what I'm saying, the positives, and you building something great. You know what I'm saying? My man got, you know, multiple rental properties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Multiple ATMs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Travel when he want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you know, literally Mr. International. So, those are all things that should be commended.
Appreciate
you know what I mean?
bro.
For sure.
100 grand, man.
So, you know what I mean? Like, so as you know, go through this journey of, you know, entrepreneurship, because obviously, you know, you pick and choose when you want to work for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You pick and choose when you want to.
That is a blessing in itself, because not everybody has that option.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, like, it's not easy to do that, and I hope that everybody achieves that. But it's not like. It's hard, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you definitely pick and choose when you want that contract work or whatever.
For sure.
And
I got contract work next week.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the last week I'm gonna work for the year too.
So you pick and choose that, and like you said, not everybody has that capability to do that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a blessing. So tell me how this entrepreneurship stuff been working out for you. I'll say for the last year or
yeah.
so.
Um. So just a little backstory for those who don't know. I have been a property manager for like over about 15 years, give or take. Started out as a receptionist and basically got all the way up to a director's position as of last year. Then I got laid off, like laid off as soon as I hit one of my benchmarks in my career, and that was a hurt piece, And I think my biggest downfall is that I was relying on a company to fulfill an internal desire for me. You know what I mean? And then I thought whether it be the company or whether it be the money I received, I thought that was going to be fulfilling, But it's when I finally got that money, and I'm talking about well over six figures, right? I'm talking about a high position. I'm not going to name the company, but whatever. I still wasn't fulfilled, bro. Even before they let me go. It just didn't. One, the company didn't feel good. The money was great, but I just didn't feel good internally. You know what I mean? And then I was going through a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
And trying to get more into my faith because they say mind, body, and soul. So mine always I try to read or listen to at least a couple audiobooks, a month, and then I work out downstairs in the basement as much as I can. And I was just missing that spiritual element. And then I finally was trying to tap into it. And then lost my mom's right after that. So, then I had to question my faith, like, yo,
yeah,
here I am trying to get closer to God, and then he take something away from me. So now it's like challenging my faith and if I really believe in God, and all of that stuff. So I had to go through that life experience to get to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Like none of what I'm doing now would not be possible without losing my job, without struggling, without, you know what I mean? And when I lose jobs, I don't just sit at home and wait for somebody to call me. People usually call me, you know what I mean? You want to come work, da-da-da-da-da. And
why is that though? Because it seems like, sometimes people wait for opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, some people got it and some people don't. I mean, luckily I have a good resume and I have good resources and people that vouch for me all the time. You know what I mean? Even with the job that you was talking about, when I'm contracted to do compliance for HUD, somebody that I work with over in 2017 got me that. You know what I'm saying? That was through word of mouth. And that's really how I get on my jobs, for real. Just people I work with and do good jobs for, and they want me to come back and fix stuff for them, for real. I'm a problem solver, and that's just what I do. So naturally, at any job, they want problem solvers, right? They got a problem, they want you to fix it, for real. And that's just how I've made my career, legit. But in this past year, let me speed up the story a little bit. Started the ATM business. So right now I have 3 ATMs. I have one at an arcade. I have one at a tattoo shop, and then I have one at a barber shop. The tattoo shop does extremely well. Extremely well. Love that. They are like a Zelle and a cash-based business. And I mean, if people are interested, I can talk about that in detail, how the ATM business works.
You can actually start a masterclass about that, to be honest with
you. Yeah, I could, which is crazy. I could start a masterclass about a couple things. HUD, Section 8, project-based, tax credit,
monetize
ATMs,
sure.
Rental properties, all the above. So, you don't really think about all that stuff for real. I just be doing shit for real.
Nah, but you know what I mean? It's not out the realm of what you can do.
Facts. And anything I don't know, like I'm always taking a challenge, even down to this audio system. You know what I mean? Like had technical difficulties, but you best to believe I made that shit work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm always, you feel me? Like always reading something. Like I'm not on social media just lollygagging. Like if I like something and I want to learn some more, I'm putting that in the search engine, and that's all I want my feed to really show me, right? Like I want to see the ups, the downs of what people went through and stuff like that. So I constantly trying to feed my brain with knowledge and not just like propaganda and BS all day. So, and then I also have a Hoopla app. That's a side note, but it's a library app that I recommend that all people should get. You don't have to physically go to the library anymore. There are apps for the library. All you need is a library card. Put your library card in the app, and you got unlimited access to books that are in the library. You know what I mean? It's not every book, but it's enough that, you know, you can definitely learn something, listen to a couple podcasts for free. So that's what I just been doing for real in the last year, just feeding my brain with knowledge and information, because that's the only thing they can't take away from me. You could take my job, you could take my money, but you can't take my knowledge, you know? And that's just what I've been surviving off of for real. And so started the ATM business, is doing well. It could be doing better. I'm actually trying to switch out one of my locations now. I'll probably do that at the beginning of next year. Then I just went all feed in with the real estate right now. You know, that's like my little baby right now that I'm nurturing. I'll give y'all real numbers. So I bought a house earlier this year for $25K. Invested about a little short of like $65K, and we put back into the property. Me and my sister own that. So right now we going through our little hoops and hurdles trying to get to the finish line, but literally working on the heat because it's like 20 degrees outside right now. But, you know, living and learning, you know, MEPs, mechanicals, electrical, plumbing goes first. Anytime you strip down a unit, you know, anytime you got out a unit, take care of your MEPs first, and then all the other stuff will fall into place. As it is. I mean, that's the basics of it for any house. You know, you always want to get a good structure, good bones on it. Know your budget, know your numbers, know what you're willing to spend, and always have a safety reserve just in case shit goes left. Straight up. Always have an exit strategy. How you get in, you better find a way to get out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you got to sell out everything. And I think that's just like the biggest advice I can give on that. But it doesn't come easy. You know, you got to have relationship skills. You got to have personality to motivate people to get done what you need done. So, yeah, that's what I got.
That's what's up, man. Like, and it's crazy because, like, obviously, like you said, you watch everything in my life come to fruition, and everything is unraveling. I've been right here as well, watching everything unraveling with you. You know what I'm saying? Going through, you know, businesses and just everything that's been happening. And I'm definitely proud of you, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro. For sure. Like, cause, you know, definitely things that you done. I was like, yeah, that's smart. That's something that I can do when it's my time. You know, when it comes to this real estate stuff.
Oh yeah, you next. You next.
So
this is once this get off the floor, you next, bro. Stop playing with me. All my guys is gonna eat. That's for sure. All my family's gonna eat. Everybody's gonna eat. Everybody that's rocking with me now is gonna eat. I promise you that. In the next 5 to 10 years, if you're still around, you're gonna be a millionaire too.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I shouldn't have said that about.
Out loud. Real quick, and I'm not doing nothing special either. Like, it's just a BRRRR strategy, right? Buy, rehab, refinance. Oh, sorry, rent, refinance. You know what I mean? So I'm actually at my refinance state right now, and, you know, going through hoops and hurdles. Most importantly, always have your credit right. You know, but if you Google anywhere BRRR strategy, you know, you're gonna get some information. So
yeah,
I'm not, and that's another thing I don't do is I don't reinvent the wheel, bro.
That's another, like, a lot of times people, like, you know, they say simplicity is key.
That's how my life is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to keep it, when you, I mean, things can be complex, but you got to try to make it as simple as possible so it can work for you. When you have a lot of moving parts, and I think that's one of the things that, like, I have to try to, like, get better with as well. Just try to make things simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, like, you can have these elaborate ideas and, you know, you want to do these complex stuff, but sometimes you got to just, you know, come back to base and just make things a lot more simpler for you. You know what I'm saying? It will help you.
And I got a whole business I haven't even touched yet, and I started over a year ago. I'm not going to tell you what it is in case y'all hacking. I'll tell you at a later point in time when it gets off the ground. But to your point, it's just
hit
like...
that button for a second.
It's just like... Oh,
no, another one. I figured.
Yeah. That was for Mama Love and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, that had to be put on the back burner because I didn't want... I already have a lot of moving parts already.
Timing.
Yeah, and I need. There's a saying in any industry, right? Nobody cares if you have 100 things to do and none of them got done. Right? Like, who cares? You got 10 things to do, you didn't do not one thing is up and running. So, you know, I learned that early in my career where, you know, you can have a lot of things and you look like you got motion. Everybody looks like they got motion, but how much money are you actually making off of that motion? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to slow down on that third business, because I want to make sure the first and the second one is where it needs to be before I start investing again. And the crazy thing is, it's just timing in life kind of like, that was my third business was like my go-to. But then, you know, certain things happened, had to pivot or whatever the case was. And this is where I pivoted to. But I do plan on going back to that third business. So hopefully I get back to y'all in a couple months with the updates.
Nah, let's pivot.
Oh, God.
You already know.
I'm ready for it, though. I'm ready to... Oh, dang. Ready to talk about...
So, Miss Joy, God bless her.
Yeah.
God rest her. So, she was taken away from us mid-January.
January 17th.
January 17th for sure.
You don't forget certain dates.
No, you're never gonna forget that. You're never gonna forget that, right?
I think it was a Wednesday, bro.
It was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday because I remember getting a call from you around. It was before 3:00.
Yeah. I was at the car. I had just came out the car wash when I found out. Facts.
And you know, you got the information for everything, and I shot down to New York. You know, obviously pay my respects.
Love you for that, bro.
Nah, it wasn't a question.
No, for sure.
It wasn't a question. You know what I mean? Took off work. It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Came down. A lot of things happened when I was there. And you know, I don't want to laugh about this shit because
that's the only thing I can do. So you might as well.
So I'm trying to get to I'm trying to be serious first before I get to but I started laughing because like I felt you looking at me because like,
I'm not even gonna look at. I'm trying not to look at you, but I can't.
Nah, unfortunately, like you know, everything went. You know, the service, both services, the burial, the repast.
You was there
everything.
for all of that.
Yeah, I was there.
Shout out to Oscar, yo. Shout
you
out to the homie, my brother.
Was there for everything. And then obviously, you know, the sessions at the crib afterwards and whatnot. You know, I ain't had no problem walking up 5 flights. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? At that crib in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But that multiple times parking in New York is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So,
didn't have to walk 5 flights of stairs. It's crazy.
But you know, that's small things, you know what I'm saying? You know, you just want to be there for your guy. You know, fast forward to, you spend some time in New York after that, getting, you know, your affairs in order. And then obviously you go back and forth, you know, make sure, you know, Jess is good and everything and stuff like that. But after the funeral and whatnot, like, you know, you got some family members, like, basically, I don't want to say the wrong words is not going to come out, but they not extorting you, but basically
They're trying to shake me down. They trying to shake me down.
you know what I mean. Obviously, it's some legal stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about that for a second? Oh, Coach Carton.
Yo, so I'm gonna just give y'all the overview.
What's it say right here? Breaking news.
This is breaking news for sure. So I got sued by like a couple of my family members for my mom's. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah. So I got you a fool for that, bro. I got.
Okay.
You gotta let me finish.
All right, my fault.
So yeah, man. Long story short, man, more money, more problems, bro. Like that's a fact. Your family ain't really your family, man. Get rid of that word family. Not for all of the family members, you know what I mean? But for certain ones, the ones that been sneak dissing and been low key hating on you, you know what I mean? Like watch out for them because they will turn.
They start
telling lies all day. You know what I mean? I've been victimized. I've been labeled the bad guy. I've been called mean. I mean, worse than that, but you know what I mean? I've been called all types of names and jerks and assholes and all of that other stuff for just keeping it real, you know what I mean? And, you know, when people hear my side of the story, it's just like, oh, that's what happened? Yeah, that's the full truth. I tell full truths no matter how it makes me look bad, good, bad, or indifferent. I stay solid at all times and I don't fold. That's why people rock with me and that's why people will never rock with you. So, with that being said, yeah, I had my aunt and one of my cousins that I grew up with sue me for some short paper or whatever the case is, and it was basically for my mom's funeral expenses. You know what I mean? I can't get into too much details because it is ongoing as of right now. So. But I will say, you just gotta be careful about when somebody tells you who they are, you gotta believe them, and don't use the name of friendship or family to justify their wrongdoings. You know, because that's just gonna put you further and further behind. And I spoke about my spirituality earlier just for a brief moment, which is a lot of times God will show you exactly who somebody is, but because you in your ways or because you busy and you're not listening, you're not paying attention to what's directly in front of you. So am I surprised that they did what they did? A little bit, only because, you know, my phone number has been the same since how long? How long have we been friends?
It's been a minute.
My phone number has never changed. And if you have it, they definitely have it. And they never spoke on it. They just sent me a demand notice one day and then try to run back and then try to talk to me about this, that, and the third. And yeah, man. I mean, with everything that's going on in my life and whatnot, like small fries, peasants, this peasant shit. It's for $2,500. $2,500.
So
for a funeral for somebody that's related to my mom, and her sister and her niece are suing me for $2,500. And long story short is I'll make this brief, which is if your parent dies and they leave you a policy, right? Your policy then goes to the funeral home, right? The funeral home are the only people that can pull from your policy immediately, okay? So that they can pay for the arrangements, they can pay for the burial, they can pay for the church, they can pay for the funeral, they can all of that stuff. All that stuff adds up really quickly, right? And there's protocol at the end of the day, you know. Protocol is you go to the funeral home, they cut the check. And that's that, that's what it is. Now, when you decide to go outside of the protocol, for whatever your reasons is, that's on you. That's not on me. The simplicity in it is you let the funeral home know, you ask the vendor or the establishment if they take funeral home checks. They say yay and nay. They say nay, you go to find the next vendor. They say yeah. You let my funeral director know what's the price is, get the invoice over to her, and she'll cut the check. When you don't do that, it's on you. And I'm gonna just say it anyway. I'm gonna just say this. And I ain't been. All of y'all, oh motherfucking. Y'all want a little lousy, and I can't say too much. The little short bread that you going after, you messed up. You messed up because there's always a bigger picture, and you know what the best part about it is? God has removed y'all from my circle, so now I don't gotta worry about y'all no more. I don't gotta worry about y'all no more. Y'all gonna always be chasing after the Joneses, literally. Literally. Always be chasing after us because you're not gonna be able to catch up after this.
John,
you feel me? Like you're not. There's just no coming back, bro. And you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never do nothing bad to y'all. They made me public enemy number one. I mean, enough people who know me know that I don't even move like that. You feel me? So it's not easy to just tell my side of the story. And then you don't talk shit about me to my best friend losers, bro. Like, yeah, it's so much stuff that y'all don't even know. Like, when you got family trying to dog you out to your best friend, like I introduced y'all to my best friend. But y'all want to talk crazy about me to my best friend? And you didn't even have the cojones to come holler at me directly? Y'all solved. Y'all solved. All of y'all. Yeah. And I'm going to show up to court. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't do nothing. See me in court. That's it. And you know what? That I can't even say that.
Listen, I think you said enough.
Yeah.
We don't want to say no more.
Yeah.
But I think
that's a good time. That's a good time.
At the end of the day, I think I told Princeton this before too. All skin folk and kinfolk.
Big time. Big time.
And it's unfortunate that this has to happen.
No, but it's unfortunate. But it happened at the perfect time. No.
Let me cook for a second.
All right.
It's unfortunate that this had to happen, but it happened for a reason.
Facts.
So, like you said, God definitely will open your eyes up. If your eyes was closed at one point, He's opening it up to what you need to see and how you need to move accordingly. So, this has obviously, this is disheartening. I'm sure you're disappointed about it.
Facts.
But you knew it was a possibility through the rhetoric that was happening prior to the demand notice.
Yeah, that part. And then actions speak louder than words all the time.
The actual notice actually came in. I mean, I don't have no feelings towards it. I think it's interesting.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes. I think it's interesting. But is what it is. You know what I mean? Even if you do have to, everything is gonna be presented. And whatever the decision is, that's what the decision is. And that's just gonna be what it is after that. And it's just gonna be unfortunate because, you look 5-10 years from now, stuff is gonna be rolling.
Yeah,
I mean, real well. And
look, this is I didn't take so many L's. Even if I lose this case, it's still gonna be a win. Why? Because I'm able to remove the negativity out of my life for good, and I never have to look back at that. And then here's another keynote. I know you probably heard this before, and in case I so briefly say that, whatever the case is, but stop holding on to relationships on the basis of friendships or family, or I've known this person for X amount of years, or we was in the sandbox together. Da da da. Now, mind you, that's
what I'm saying. That can go both ways.
Right to say that doesn't always happen. Like we've been together for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? But like those other sour relationships is what I'm referring to. You know what I mean? Where they keep doing you dirty, when they steal money out your drawer, or they take money from you when you're in Atlantic City and all that other stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you got to pay attention to those signs. That bomb, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I don't even... Where's the bomb at, man? Come on, man. Drop gems. You know what I'm talking about, you, man. I'll see you on the court date. Don't call me. Don't text me. Yeah, you know I live at. Don't show up to my house, but I will see you in Connecticut. You heard? And I'm sorry. I think that I don't work and all that other BS I be telling people, but you know I do work.
You living?
I just work harder than you, and you just can't see
it. you living off and spending.
Yeah. You know, I'm too busy going to Greece and shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting new grills and shit, and you know, and I'm just out here living my best life. And you know, people don't like to see you live your best life. You know, people don't like to see that you can wake up and do what you want and put your time and money and effort into you and invest in you, and because they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all entitlement is weird, and I hope y'all see this particular part. You are not entitled to anything. Nothing. And even if you get this, we still gonna ball. We still gonna celebrate. We still going on cruises. We might be in Bali next year. We might be in Africa. And guess what? I might fuck around and take the whole family. And y'all just won't be there. I'm cool with that. I don't need that, man.
What time you on?
Time is up, man. Time is up.
Well, listen. This is a great one.
Yeah, one for the books,
One for the books.
Y'all not Chaz. Ready for us. I'm K.
And we are Culture Content. And
baby,
we have finished up another episode.
We hope y'all like these mics, man.
Yeah, like, this sounds fire.
This shit sounds fire. Hey.
One time.
Get money.
Hey.
Get money. Hey. Get money. Hey. Get money.
That was good.
Bitch. Nah, I'm cutting that.
Hey, fuck's wrong with you, yo?
Oh, man.